Well, alright, hello guys, and today we're here with the seminar skip video for this rose, this wilted rose. So yeah, let's get into it. Cool art as usual. At least that's one thing they try to make the art good at least. Even the character is usually pretty made. You see here, a single hit ult, which is pretty disappointing. Then fighting spirit, with turtle again, with during the duration effect are applied. And I would note that this is not a fixed damage. No, fighting spirit is not fixed damage, but it has a damage limit of 5 million, which is pretty much different from this. So like, it's practically just this, but like you just add like 4.5 million damage to it. So yeah, it practically almost just turns this 49 into a 5 million damage limit when you use skill 1 or skill 2, but it's not fixed damage. So you'll need a ton of buffs to actually make it work. Yeah, it's just about it for ultimate. Just as a single hit. And then when you awaken it, you get an extra 500 damage if the debuff is inflicted on target. Which is just like, so her ultimate at Awaken 3 is just like the Apocrypha Elixir, and then it gets extra damage when the enemy is defeated with like a status ailment or debuff. But for this rose, it's more of a debuff, which is easier to get than a status ailment, but yeah. And we have for skill 1 here, just a small boost to attack and speed. Awaken you get 10% more. So yeah, that's about it. Graceful Edge, lowers defense of enemy, and then typical 3 hit damage. Yeah, it's the typical 3 hit skill damage. Where it's this one's single target, but some of them are AoE. And then this also sucks. The boss are pretty small here, and each time technique is activated by ally, which means that she wants to work on ultimate spam team, but doesn't really fit an ultimate spam team. Creates its own or one crit attack, and then when you awaken it, she gets more buffs, including an attack buff. And each time in technique, she grants more attack, and then she grants crit rate to herself. Right here, so yeah, it's just like Apocrypha Alexia, but she only raises her crit rate up to 50% for a number of elementals. And for her own crit rate, not the crit rate of all allies. A1, only good awakenings are A3 and A5, which A5 is pretty disappointing as well. I mean, this unit isn't really good. I guess they just plan to play around this gimmick, but after they realized that they had to nerf it, it's not really, I mean, it just really requires old spam, but then, well, old spam is not really anything good, really. Not even though, they're like her boss, like her A5 is like the same buff as an Apocrypha Alpha. Mine's like A3, mine's like A3, but yeah, her A5 is the same buff as Apocrypha Alpha's Awaken 1, and then her skill 2 as well, because Alpha gets 30% attack and speed, and even more than that if you awaken her. So overall, Alpha just gives way more buffs than her, and even has some unique niche as well as inflicting weakness. So overall, this rose is just pretty disappointing in every aspect. Made buffs, lack of damage, and overall just a bunch of stuff. Eye fighting spirit does seem pretty underwhelming so far. Like, race has been pretty underwhelming. Uh, like we're relying on a fighting spirit to deal damage, but then it's not really fixed 5 million damage. So yeah, then it just turns out poorly. It's not like these characters are awful, but they're just not that good. You need to like stack a ton of posts just to try and get fighting spirit, which at that point might as well just use the regular ultimate spam that you can do by summoning on this 3-run banner here and getting the epsilon from it. But that's if you want to gamble the 5 multis, of course. But if you get the epsilon before 5 multis, well then you should stop summoning. So yeah, this rose pretty much easily not worth it. As well as we have the two demons and the Hot to Make It Collab and anniversary upcoming. This rose is pretty much, unless you like a rose fan, this is pretty much the easiest skip ever. Probably not the easiest skip of the year, but yeah, still an easy one. So yeah, that's about it, and see y'all later.